Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And if you like a personal read, simply check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, and it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. Hope you all are happy, safe, and doing wonderful. All are welcome at this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Today I have the divination board out, and before we begin, we're going to do a one question, one answer. But first, we're going to do two deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're going to hold for 3 seconds. So before we begin, let's prepare to do our two deep breaths. Breathe in, release. Breathe in, release. Okay, now take a few moments to think of the question that you would like to ask the divination board. Okay, now we'll begin to swing the pendulum. Okay, collective. The consistency that I have is the month of April, May, Taurus, Gemini, Wednesday, Unknown, Libra, Scorpio, and October. The consistency that I have is April, May, Taurus, Gemini, Wednesday, Unknown, Scorpio, Libra, and October. So take those answers into account according to the question that you asked, okay? Let's tap into the tarot. Your feedback here. Someone lives in New York. Someone is planning on traveling to New York. You may have a relative in New York. Maybe you're from New York. Maybe you miss your hometown. You miss the NY. You're thinking about going to visit. What does this collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Show us clearly. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. You have the Ace of Wands. There could be someone that you miss from your hometown if you are from New York or from anywhere. I have to cover that up. There's a male figure there in the nude, but there could be someone that you miss. There could be someone that you miss when it comes to the selection. Okay. There could be someone that you're very attractive to that you feel that you vibe with when it comes to being romantic or being sexual with each other. A lot of chemistry. You could be reminiscent, such as the depiction. I'm not going to hold it up again of this picture here. Okay, this could be someone that you were previously in a relationship with. Very romantic, lots of passion, Lots of steamy, blissful euphoria taking place. Okay, lots of relations, okay, between two adults. You could be reminiscing on this person. This person could be from New York, or maybe you met this person there. There's some kind of reminiscing energy. You're reflecting possibly on an old lover, okay, or someone is associated with New York. Either way, in this read is coming up very strong. Maybe you're thinking about traveling there. Maybe you're thinking about reconnecting with this person. Okay, it took a long time for you to have the strength to leave, to relocate into a new city or town, wherever you may live, okay, at this time. You could have been possibly gone from your hometown for at least the past 3 to 5 years. Maybe you've been away. There's a lot of people you have not seen in a while. And so you could be in reflection mode, just simply missing some of the people there. You're in reflection, thinking about the good times. There were many reasons why you chose to leave, but you're reflecting on the good times, okay? There could have been some moments with the Ten of Swords where you felt that you just weren't happy. This could be something regarding a career. Maybe you felt that there were better work opportunities wherever you live now, okay, rather than where you were raised and brought up at, and you wanted a change. You were desiring a change. And so you could have possibly relocated in order to find better work for yourself, giving yourself an opportunity to thrive, okay? You could have had someone, like a friend or a family member, or someone let you know that maybe a company or something was having a massive turnover, or they were hiring new staff. You could have been hired for a job before you even relocated. Okay. You could have also chose to relocate due to a housing situation. Maybe the housing value, the housing rates was, it's more cheaper, it's more affordable, it's more feasible for you and your family. So you relocated for many reasons, employment as well as housing. Okay. You could be desiring to buy your own home, maybe you're a first time home buyer, and maybe you relocated for this reason also. You were in search of giving opportunity to you and for you and your family. If you're a single person, maybe you planned on building a family, okay? I guess I can show this one, with the Eight of Pentacles, so you were willing to work hard and do whatever it takes, to make the money, so that you're able to be comfortable and be secure. The work and the jobs that you had previously, you were barely getting by. But I'm picking it up that now you are doing increasingly better than you were when you were in your hometown. You are doing better financially. And so you could just miss family and friends, and maybe that's why you are reflecting on possibly going back to visit, okay? You may find out that this old flame is in the energy of the Ten of Wands. They could be going through a situation that is very exhausting, that is very stressful. They could be in a connection or a relationship that is created or has created a lot of turmoil or stress. This is someone whom you agreed to cut ties with because you had chose to relocate and they were not interested in coming along. But once you arrive, or if you make any communication, you may find out that this ex-lover that you are reflecting on is not in a good space at this time. They have chosen to move on, but with someone whom they're not getting along with, you may find out there's a lot of drama and toxicity. Don't be surprised if you were to reach out to this person and they act kind of standoffish, or as if they can't talk. Um, they may be in a bad financial situation at this time. They may feel that they're all tied up. They, male or female, they may be in a relationship where the conditions are they're contributing. They are contributing, but they are not the main source of survival in the household. Their spouse could likely be the one holding everything together. Therefore, there's a force, energy of their spouse being very controlling. Okay, and at this time, because they're not doing so well financially, they are following the rules as they should, as they should. Collective, okay. So this person may be, you may get just a weird sensation, like maybe they don't have time to talk. They may act very anxious or nervous, whether this is in person or over the phone. It's because they are in a situation where they feel like their hands are tied. They are in an unhealthy connection at this time that is causing a lot of stress. They have a partner who is very controlling, but also very watchful as well. Okay, that's for somebody. Just in case you travel and plan on meeting up with somebody, their partner is very watchful. Okay. So you've been in the energy of celebrating your new life since you've relocated. You're doing well for yourself. But Spirit is saying you are doing well, and it's okay to visit, friends and family if that is your choice. But be mindful that everyone is not in the same state, that you may be in. You may be doing well financially, but I'm picking up that this ex-lover that you're thinking about and you are desiring to see, they're not doing so well, and they are connected. They are in a relationship, and it's very toxic. There's an unhealthy situation going on at this time. This person could be in indecision in this moment, trying to decide whether they're going to stay or are they going to go. What's the next move? Because as I said earlier, they are working, but it may not be full time. It may be here and there. It may be a side hustle. It's not enough to run a household, but it's enough maybe to pay a bill or two. Okay, so they're holding on by a thread. Okay, it's like they're on thin ice, and they have to be mindful so that they'll have somewhere to live. Okay, so this may be someone who doesn't have family. Okay, this partnership that they are in may be their only resource when it comes to housing. So when you communicate with this person, they may be kind of anxious, nervous, like they don't have time to talk, or they don't want to get caught and end up getting thrown out. I'm picking up because their spouse runs the household and they're very controlling. They keep a watchful eye on them. I guess waiting for them to screw up, waiting for them to make a mistake. You've been through a lot, collective, but you have chosen to be brave. And regardless of what you have experienced, you've chosen to be brave and dust your shoulders off and move forward in progress. You may have a conversation and try to inspire this friend or this ex-lover that they should look into options that will benefit them as well in order to get out of this situation. They may share with you and express to you, of all that they're going through, that they're not happy where they're at, that this person is controlling, and right now their money just isn't right. They may share this with you. Okay, and I see you possibly having some kind of conversation like, look, I did it, I allowed my middle finger to grow, and you need to be strong and do that also. Okay. This person may be indulging in maybe heavy drinking, trying to drink away their problems, because it's very, very stressful. This could be male or female, but I'm picking up a male energy here. This could be a guy, who's used to running his own household, and maybe he's undergone, or this could be a feminine in their masculine energy, or and maybe he's went through, maybe they cut his hours at his job, maybe they cut the pay, and he's still working, but it's not what he's used to bringing home. And so there's been a drastic change in his life where the roles have been switched in the household. And because the spouse is paying majority of the bills, they're very controlling. Okay. and they feel like they're walking on thin ice. They have to do what they say or else. Okay. Lots of aggressive energy here. Okay, for this ex lover or ex friend. Okay. But I see you having a conversation with this person, trying to inspire them to figure out what they want to do and find a way to separate themselves from this unhealthy connection. The next card we have here is the Chariot energy, and this Chariot energy is you connecting with this person. They may ask or ask or expect you to offer them to come and live, for them to come and live with you, collective. Oh wow. It's been some years, it's been some time, and they may actually ask you this, and it may catch you off guard. You may be in shock, like, wait, I haven't seen you in about 5 years or 3, 4 years. You want to come where and do what? It may catch you by surprise. So I don't know if you're going to tell this person yes or no. You're in town just visiting, and this Chariot energy is representing you. And they like, yeah, it's like, well, since you're offering advice, you're right. Maybe I should throw my middle finger up and get the heck out of here. How about I just catch a ride with you and I come back with you to your town, your place, and we can get this thing popping, shaking and rolling, baby, like that. That's the message, collective. You are the chariot. You are the chariot coming into their life. And so whether you choose to say yes or no, that's up to you. I'm not picking up any energy on that at this time, okay? But this person is going to take your advice and be very inspired to receive their own personal wheel of fortune, okay? What else do the collective need to know regarding this ex visiting, or whether or not they should allow them to return with them? Did anything? Oh, it's too much there. Ooh, can't show them cards. I have to cover that one up. So some extremely adult cards, the depictions. Yeah, so this person, this friend is determined to come out of this energy here of lack, of being stressed, of being sad, of feeling depressed. And once they see you and speak to you, you are going to light a fire up under them, and inspire them. They may have low self esteem at this time and just not be feeling their best because of this relationship. It happens, collective, and it may even sadden you and touch your heart. I picked it up earlier and I wasn't going to say it, but I'm being told to say it. It may even sadden you when you see them, collective. It may bother you because they're not going to look like their normal selves. You're going to be able to see that they are stressed, that they are drained, and actually this person does need help. Now, is coming back with you is the answer? We don't know. We don't know. And here's the Six of Cups. Here's that energy you were reflecting about. You were reminiscing about. That steamy, that like-minded energy, that attraction. When you two disconnected, it was just because you chose to go in a different direction because you wanted more. And maybe also when you last saw this person, maybe they were doing well. They were doing well on their job and you weren't doing so well on yours. But now it's like things have shifted. Okay? So this person, yes, they're ready. I am back, Stitches. This person is ready. They are ready, if you will allow them. But they're going to take your advice, to, leave this connection and help themselves. It's unhealthy. Nobody wants to have anyone talking down on them, no matter what you're going through. Everybody is somebody and everybody matters. And there's something about seeing you and seeing the massive change. It's going to inspire them. Okay, I gotta show y'all this card, but I gotta try to cover it up because she got her legs wide open. Wait a minute. I just want you to see. I'm gonna do this. This is the world card. And if you can see right there, it says New York. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. You see, she got her legs open. It says New York right there. There's something about New York, but this is the world card. It says London, New York, Helsinki, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Tokyo. Okay? Or you could be someone who have traveled around the world, okay? Maybe you were in the service and you've traveled around the world. I'm picking that up. Or this person was in the service or military and have traveled around the world. There's New York right there. With the Page of Pentacles, yes, it's time to focus. It's time to become a student and embrace and give themselves that new opportunity. And it looks like, I guess you are the catalyst. I speak about that a lot, about that we all are catalysts in one way or another. At one point or another in our life, we will be a catalyst for someone to receive some kind of change in their life. And when I say receive, it doesn't mean you giving something tangible. It could be just someone observing you living your life, someone observing you making a change, just your energy, just your aura, because that is what's going to put a flame up under this person's behind, and they're going to really, they're going to hurt, even if they, don't leave with you, when you go and visit, even if you don't allow them to come back home with you. The next time you talk to them and be in communication, they're going to let you know, I'm not there no more. I left. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. They're going to take your advice. You're going to be like an inspiration. So you don't have to accept and take them, back home with you. If you choose to, you can. I'm not picking up anything here that's saying that something's going to go wrong or they're a bad person. But you just may say, hey, look, I just want to visit. I'm not trying to do all that. And that is fine. But they're going to take your advice. They're going to leave this situation. And so it looks like, and see, that's how spirit works. God is good. That's how spirit works. That's how the spirit works. So it looks like you have this nudge and this desire to go back to your hometown, whether it's New York or another location, doesn't matter. Because there is someone, the ancestors are speaking. There is someone who is in need, drastic, urgent need of inspiration, of like a lift of inspiration, because I picked up that they have no family or friends. They have no resource of security or assistance to help them. And they feel overwhelmed and stressed. And so that's why whatever their spouse say do, they do. If they say get off the phone, they'll do it. Afraid of being kicked out or being homeless or out on the street. And they have very little money. They have a job, but it's not enough to run a household. But, Spirit put it in your heart to want to see this person or either want to go to your hometown just so that they can see you. Yes, the Spirit works like that. God is good. Source works in many ways, and so does our ancestors in many ways. That's why prayer works, affirmations works. It all works with momentum. It all works over time. And this person could have been praying for a change, collective. I mean, praying for a change persistently. And there's something about you and your arrival, your presence, your aura, your light. It's something about you. It's not just anybody showing up and visiting and saying, hey, you need to do this. No, it's you that they have to see in order to get this inspiration and make this change in their life. In order to learn how to gather with the right people, with the Three of Pentacles, like-minded energy, and have that cooperation, to work with spirit and work with the universe so that they can come out of this, because this person feels very drained, very deserted, very depressed. They feel alone. And that's why I was told to let you know when you see them, it may make you a little emotional. It's nothing to fear, but it may make you emotional to the point you will be able to see that, hey, something's not right with my old buddy. Something's not right with my friend here. Okay? The great thing is that they're going to become very curious and interested, and they will make this change. And so I do see you taking this trip. I see you enjoying yourself, meeting up with old friends and family and having a great time. And there's no pressure. You do not have to take this person and bring them back home with you. Either way, just you visiting collective, just them seeing you is going to create a spark, or possibly even talking to you. It may be over the phone because they may hear that you're in town, oh boy, and be too embarrassed to meet up with you. Oh boy, they may be too embarrassed to meet up with you because when you last saw them, they were in a different state. You know, we are all different people, and different people are ashamed of different things. There are some people who don't care, and there are some people that do. And so that's for somebody, that's not for everybody. Don't be shocked though if they hear you in town and someone, a friend or an associate, connect you to, like give you their phone number and you call and they make excuses. It's because they're embarrassed and they don't want you to see them right now. Yeah. But the whole point and the goal is for this person to learn to rebuild with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is, being in the energy of, abundance and happiness and experiencing a form of good luck and prosperity in your life. And the luck that this person once had will be restored. Okay? And so I'm going to say it again, whether you choose to allow this person to return with you, that's up to you. I'm not picking up on any negative energy. If I did, I would share that with you. But you're not being forced to. You're not going to be loved any less. You know, but this person is going to do something about their situation. Just from you visiting, just from you returning and showing up. The energy is so strong and the energy is so real in this moment, collective. But not for everybody, but someone may be ashamed for you to see them. And they want to see you so bad. And they know you're in town. You may get as far as talking to them on the telephone. But if you feel a need to see them, you may have to tell them, look, you don't have to be ashamed of nothing. You may have to tell them, you don't have to be ashamed. I'm here. I'm here. I don't know. Depends on what kind of person they are, what kind of person you are, what the mood is like. Everybody is different. This read is very different. Oh my. But they'll be happy to hear from you. They're going to be so happy to hear from you. Because this person that they are with really treats them bad. And it's time for them to return to their original state. How you remember them being abundant, prosperous, happy, smiling, fun to be around, upbeat, charismatic, lots of charisma. So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.